Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Today we continue our construction of the metro network, which is all set up and it just has to build itself basically. Tunnel construction is going to take a long time. Also, let me turn on the sound. And we are going to design a parking lot for the oil refinery to allow more vehicles to get here and make us that money. And we also last time, I think, finished up the connection of the electric wires to the depot. So we should now be able to send trams into here to merge them together. Theoretically. Unless... Okay, it does work. I'm not sure why it didn't allow the changing of all vehicles, but we'll get it set up so that we can have the trams connected together. And if we want any other tram, presumably we can drive them here by train. That's the hope. Okay. We'll assign you to the job, and we'll get 2 more trams to go into the depot. We'll slowly start merging everything into a higher density layout. Right, you are free. You're going to be free. Well, I shouldn't probably do too many at once. Let's get a few of them still running while we set everything up. Alright, you are already assigned to that line, so I just need to merge you together. You get over here. So do you. Get in here. Shop is out of goods again. Electronics. Is our electronic production too slow now? We are missing mechanical components. Do we not get resource deliveries since I switched it over to double train cars? Probably. We'll set mechanical components to 15 as well and reduce fabric to 30. And see if they now get a delivery here. I might need more warehouses on this side, so I can split up these resources. No delivery being made. Let's set it to 20, and that to 25, and see if that changes anything. Now we're getting a delivery. Okay. Fixed. Electronics will happen again soon. Let's continue merging our trams. Shouldn't be too many left. I think 4. I don't know. It doesn't show if they're merged or not, so can't tell from the icon. We'll grab all of them that we can find. Okay, you had extra people. You have a few more. Okay, I'll go over here now. And that should resolve the issue of us not having enough capacity for the extra buildings. Should now not be a problem, and we might start constructing them relatively soon. I think that's the last one. That one should be scheduled to go to the depot. We'll merge them together, and then everything should be a double tram, except you. You go in here. Did I forget any other one? What about you? Did I not buy the correct amount of trams? There's one that's heading for the depot. No, that's not heading for the depot. That's the last one I missed. Alright, go over here. And then we should have all of them. The last 2. Get them merged together. And we have larger trams. So they use 127 kilowatts. Wait, is that right? 11? Well, I guess it always goes up with acceleration. It uses twice the amount of electricity, which makes sense. I should test it again for fuel-based trains. If they combine to consume way more fuel than they should. Alright, let's continue upgrading. Let's upgrade this. I guess I'll call all of the vehicles home and just upgrade everything right now. Call all of you home so you're stuck. And we'll get all of these roads scheduled for an upgrade. Including you. And I will probably tell the train running gravel exports to go to a depot for now. Oh no, you can drive in there first, so you get past the switch, and now you can go to the depot. Unless, of course, the train is too large for that, but we'll see. Nope, seems like it's fine. Not sure how they fit that in there, but looks to be okay. Alright, that way we should have enough gravel to finish everything. I was a bit worried that we might run out if I were to run an export, and then with no more quarried stone coming in, it could become a problem. Electronics production has resumed. I will increase the amount of workers here since we have a lot of unemployment. And it should run a bit faster now. We're also out of money. The interest rate is not climbing yet. we have to keep up with our loan repayments. The penalty rate is twice the amount of that. And that would be a bit bad. I think I'll sell all of the dump trucks already. And schedule to upgrade them to the faster ones. Then we have the modern trucks everywhere. And they still have plenty of quarried stone to run with. I guess it's fine. Okay, guess we can get rid of these dirt roads. This one needs to stay. The rest will be upgraded. And then this will be turned into a somewhat high-speed network of a lot of trucks picking up the quarried stone, dropping it into storage, which they don't need an unloading station for, unless we could put the unloading station here and conveyor belt it all the way here. I think it's going to be fine. Still not sure I need an extra facility here for dropping quarried stone into these. I definitely do not want to get traffic warnings about vehicle being parked in front of the gravel processing plant. I think we have twice the capacity because we have twice the building, so even if they should run out of quarried stone at some point, we have an extra building. We're already doubled up, so we should be okay. I should check the last tram, that I have everything running again. Everything is running, so all the trams are now double length trams, everything is running as it should. And capacity is not a problem. Buildings have almost completely filled up. There's a few people complaining about not getting food. There's no notification set here to warn me if a resource runs out, so let's check that. I don't know why you're complaining about food, to be honest. Let's check the waiting times of people. So 10 minutes, 20 minutes, should be fine. Yeah, it's plenty of time. Okay, so you can get dropped off here and go wherever you want, which is going to most likely be the shopping center or workplace. Yeah, everything should be fine here. Not sure why they are complaining. I also have enough food in storage, although we probably need to set that up to a higher storage amount. So our food delivery is not 30%, but 80%. So we keep that one filled up as much as possible. There's no backup warehouse here. I could build another warehouse and tell it to be loaded with all the resources, and if there's an emergency we can switch to the backup warehouse. I think I'll set that up. It's always nice to have the ability to run emergency supplies if something goes wrong. That thing can be removed again. That was just for showing something. And we can put the warehouse in its location instead. So we have an emergency storage here. Building it like that is probably a bad idea, because then if a lot of trucks try to get here to resolve an emergency, there would be a traffic jam on that intersection. So instead I will flip it around and have the road connection on the other side. And make a longer road that goes around here. So the road itself acts as a bit of a queue. If there is a lot of traffic in that direction. Pollution monitoring station is on fire, it's fine. I should get a pollution monitoring station in this location. I should drop one in here so I know about how the commercial and the residential district is doing. I thought I might be able to put a footpath here. Maybe if I turn it at an angle. Yeah. Though I don't... Yeah, that is fine. We'll get that one set up here. Okay, so the trams are set up. We'll set up an emergency storage. For consumer goods. And we'll see if we can fill that up. We're looking pretty good on money. Oh yeah, I sold a bunch of vehicles, right? I'm gonna lose a bunch of money again soon. And now we can think about the parking lot here. So the thought process is that we have an exit road here from a loop that has a lot of traffic potentially for construction purposes and the people working in those construction jobs. And currently we have... Wait, you can't drive back through the building? You were able to bore the tunnel through here, but... Oh no, you can. Okay, you just got confused once, but now you found the path, I think. You scared me. Okay, I don't want to micromanage that. Anyway, back to the road. So we have traffic here from workers currently on those parking lots. And I would like to have an exit road here where the people go onto these parking lots from the road that comes from this side. Technically it should be both roads because there's also people here that want to go to these parking lots. But I can reuse this entranceway for cars that come from this side because they have not traveled very far, and then we can use this road here to connect into that exit road here. Or I can just tell them to merge into the same road that they already do here. Basically have an off-ramp here into this area, and then they both go into the same parking lot situation. And it only works if we have enough travel distance left, and that is unlikely because we're already at 2.4 kilometers. So that won't happen. Can't route them around here, I have to route them through here. Let's check again. So we're at 1,660 meters on these parking lots. So let's say we're at 1,580 when it comes to the intersection. So 1,600, let's say. So we have 900 meters to spare. And I would like you to go down here into a parking lot area and do things, and we have a lot of travel distance that way, so if we use this method, we should be able to get all these parking lots occupied. So there will be an exit in this area, and this return ramp might be merged into the return way of these parking lots. At some point these parking lots are going to vanish, reducing traffic from this area by a lot. And the tunnel will remain to loop vehicles into the parking area as well over here. I think it should be fine having an exit here somewhere. This off-ramp will be removed at a later time. Let's remove the trees I can't see. Alright. The road is going to go down here. And since the off-ramp is going to be removed, we can just ignore it completely. It might not be removed, it might just remain, this section gets removed and we have the ability for vehicles to turn in that way as well. So this is the feeding mechanism. And then we have our medium parking lots that hook up here. That moved as I clicked. And for the return, I will set up, I don't know if I will have multiple returns, but I think this will turn into a situation where this actually tries to turn around and follow that road in parallel, because we might have another road connecting into it. So the last parking lot might not actually exist. I don't know yet. Here we will have our footpath leading into the oil refinery. So people can get off the parking lot and walk straight over. And I think this is going to be the plan. We'll get rid of these, extend this somewhat. I'm wondering if I should move the gravel loading facility to the construction site, have its own gravel storage. I could also move all of the concrete and asphalt plants over. This does technically not need to be here. The only thing that I am using here is the gravel for making cement, and that is also technically not necessary here. So everything could be moved. We could use this whole area for letting vehicles park for the oil refinery. Right now we're going to try and start with a smallish parking lot. So you're building, you are trying to get in here as well, but since I can't place signals, maybe if those were regular signals you'd be fine. Should be okay. There should be only one construction train per site each anyway. Tunnel boring got done really quick, so the tunnel itself is short and quick to build as well, relatively. Just a lot of resources to transport here, so we'll see how they do. And the road construction over here. If I have an off-ramp here, I'm thinking of having this entrance way loop around and feed the parking lots on this side. Or if I want to have another entry ramp, I guess it has to be... Wait a minute, what if I had the traffic lead out here and lead all the way around? That could work. But that would extend the length of the return trip. But the return trip is not that difficult. I think that for the return trip they don't care that much about range, distance. Well, we have to build it first, so let's hook it up with... Let's put that back and then hook it up with a dirt road to the regular road so they can also build that one. And then I think in the future this will actually get to a road down here that extends back out, back to the main road. Just have to start removing all of these parking lots so we can set up the whole plan and not mess around with it. Don't want to do a slow upgrade. I probably am able to buy a few new cars since all of the road upgrades are done here. And by cars I mean dump trucks. Kinda like the idea of using these. They have smaller capacity. They cost slightly less, but I'm gonna use the largest ones, I think. Four. So we get 12 vehicles now, fill up the whole building. And then the gravel processing should resume again. Right now it's paused because they ran out of quarried stone that was there. Let's plant some trees. Got the water purification in the forest, so it shows that there's a very high water quality here. I'm gonna let that grow up. No trees around the helipads. At least not here. Okay. Let's let that run for a bit. There was a construction office of workers burning. Was it in Pardonin? I clicked it away too fast. Might have already been extinguished. Oh, the rail construction office. The empty building was on fire, sure. Did not care that much about that one. Our gravel exports can resume, I think. So let's send the gravel export train out again to the west. Still waiting on the vehicles to get here. I hope they didn't get stuck in a customs house. They did show up as driving here. It's just a very long way, I guess. They're already out of fuel. We do bring fuel to the distribution office, so as soon as they get here they will refuel and resume the task immediately. There they are. Yeah, that road entrance is not designed for vehicles coming off that side. don't know if that will auto-assign itself to construction. I think that is probably too far away. So we'll do that manually. Look at this horrible mess. People trying to go in and out of parking lots in the same road. It's not good. First road is built. I'll hook up the first parking lots. I think I'll set up road access over here so they can, when they get back out after building all of this, they can go back onto the loop and go back to the construction office rather than having to run the whole area. That might help a bit. I'll start getting rid of these parking lots. Make sure we don't accidentally bulldoze any tunnel. I still need to make that suggestion of having a dedicated removal tool of tunnels. I forgot. We'll build the road first and then we can plop down the parking lots and it will automatically connect the construction task to it. Can't forget about the footpath though. Shouldn't take too long. Okay. Second tunnel being bored. Almost done with the tunnel over here, building it up. And the tunnel boring machine can switch over and do the longest tunnel after the electric connection. I hope one electric connection is going to be fine. I don't even know how much these vehicles consume. We already transported it to the right stop. 860 kilowatts. Don't know what the maximum wattage is. And I don't know the math. Alright, let's let that get built. Let's let these tunnels get constructed. The amount of workers going to the oil refinery will be significantly reduced now because of the removal of these parking lots. It's 31 degrees. Heating plant stopped production because it's too warm. The cars from here that go into here and create this mess Do I really want them to drive all the way around to get into the same parking lot area, or do they want them to have an easier way to get there? If I just hooked them up to this road, they could take the tunnel, hook up in this road, and drive around the same way. It would create a lot of traffic in this area, though. But that only has traffic from the power plant and the people living there, so it might not be too much. We can test it with a dirt road. Thankfully, personal vehicles don't have a reduced range through dirt roads, as far as I'm aware. It's probably going to be easier if I let the roads get built first and then drop down the parking lots after. So I don't have to do this whole thing every time, manually placing these road connections. Doesn't take too long, I guess. Let's check our gravel production. I need to set up main roads for this, so they don't slow down for the intersections, so they go full speed all the way, all the time. They can slow down for these, I guess. I'll still set up priority roads, that's fine. Except for the last one, because it stops there. The distribution office in Roveduma is on fire. Who's going to put it out? Fire trucks. Okay. So they got here in time easily. Good to know. The train is waiting too long. Okay, so this looks like those signals are not enough. Maybe if I were to remove these ones, then the construction train knows that it can enter here without getting in the way of the other one. I don't know why it was stuck there. Is there another construction train in here somewhere? Looks like there should be. Oh well. Jesus. Come on. We might be able to also rebuild the tunnel, so instead of going this direction, it loops here and turns into this parking lot area the same way. So it would connect into this junction. By removing this one, we would have room to put the tunnel here to connect into that junction. And that could improve this tunnel access for this area. It would cut off all of these parking lots as soon as we did it. These parking lots could then only be used by vehicles traveling here. I think that would still be sufficient though. But yeah, traffic is pretty bad. We're working on it. As soon as one of the parking lots finishes, there will be vehicles with people traveling here to just arrive on the parking lot to build the subsequent parking lots. So it should speed up after one gets done. This area is maybe the last one to change. We have to relocate the cement production, we have to relocate asphalt and concrete plant, all of which could go down into the construction office area. I guess technically not really, because it does need workers, so it is fine where it is, I guess. Or I move an above ground metro line there. That is the other option. Because if I have an above ground metro line, then I can make a switch and have multiple directions where it can go. There might be workshop items where you can have a station with multiple exits. Not very infectious, will not spread easily. Okay. Yep, people are walking into the construction sites to build them. As they should. We're out of steel. Why are we out of steel? That's why we're out of steel. No steel has been delivered yet. It's gonna be costly. There it goes. I'll take out another loan. So we import as much as we can, or need, to fill up the storage. It's still too warm for the heating plants, it's fine. I guess the signals did not help. The change to the signals, they're still waiting here. I'll put these signals back in place. Maybe if I remove those ones. Yeah, that might help. Well, that might help. We'll see. Where did the train go? Oh, it's on site. It's in the building and I can't see it. That's fine. That road is almost done. We can set up additional parking lots soon. If I have more parking lots here, I have room for another entrance road. The one that will probably loop around here. Or I guess I could have I split up the parking lots, like this one is only for vehicles coming from the western side, and this one would be for vehicles coming from the eastern side, so we move the tunnel over on this side and feed the people in on these parking lots. That would kind of feel wasted. I don't think I have an equal amount of people parking on either side. I think I'll just loop the road around and hook it up that way. These parking lots will become usable right away, although they will create traffic in this area quite a bit. It should still be pretty useful. Once everything is hooked up, we can design one-way roads and all that. Sorry, I built one too many parking lots. that one is for the footpath access here. Well, I guess we have to use that one then. Parking lots coming online. Lots of vehicles heading here already. Not sure if they're going to the oil refinery or to build more parking lots, but anything is fine. That means a lot more traffic in this area, meaning that these vehicles will have a harder time trying to leave this area. Yeah, probably end the parking situation here and loop it around. I don't want to get rid of this tunnel, I guess. Or do I? Not really. I would like to fit in another parking lot, but I guess that won't happen. We'll rebuild this road. This road going west to east will be completely removed. This will loop around, hooking up into these parking lots. No, this will not. There will be an entrance road here, and the exit road will loop around all the parking lots and leave this area. That's the plan. Currently, they can already walk into the refinery along the road, so even the pedestrian footpath is technically not quite needed. Could fit in more parking lots here if we were to redefine this road as an exit road as well and get rid of the whole loop segment here, only make it for industrial traffic. We could have more parking lots on that side. I would need to rebuild that entrance road so I could fit one there, but yeah, this could be turned into more parking. It's probably time to get rid of these parking lots. Just sort the vehicle instead of the parking lot. Placed the parking lots already, but that's fine. I'll connect the roads manually after. Also get rid of that one, and we can get rid of the whole road here. Do I want to redesign the footpath? Probably not. Alright, we have the feeder road here, and then we have a few more parking lots over here. Meaning that the exit road is here. Then this goes all the way back to the main road and turns into it and allows vehicles to leave the area. Looks like it's getting a bit confused with the other road being so close. There we go. Smooth that one out. And then we have more parking here, and this is no parking. That should be the parking area. The parking lot area for this location. Footpath access can be granted to all of these parking lots easily, and if we have more parking in this area, then we can extend this road out to connect it as well, I guess. I did just remove it, but yeah. I think I just killed all of the rail construction temporarily, because no worker can get here right now. We have to wait for those roads to get built, okay. So I can hook up the footpath again. Do I want to change anything here? I could move the tunnel. I could also move this whole construct. That's okay. We don't need to squeeze in an exorbitant amount of parking lots. It just needs to create less traffic while still continuing to run. And I think that's what we're achieving here. Yeah, maybe we can get rid of that one. Maybe that'll work. I still think I should change this entrance. I'll leave it. It's only one parking lot extra for the future, and I can still change it in the future. Don't think it's going to be necessary once the railroad comes online, but we'll see. And these parking lots will be removed after, and then I might have to look at a way to redesign this loop, because it's not going to be necessary anymore. There's no parking in this area yet. I'm not sure if there will be any parking. I think I might move all of the parking over here. Have it condensed in that location. And if this becomes a non-loop, then we can set this to also be a road for this area. Which means I have to remove that one again. We'll be fine. It's not bad. So a lot of people arriving by car now are just walking onto these construction sites rather than the oil refinery. But it means that as the resources come in for the parking lots, they will get built really quickly, so I'm okay with that. We're taking out massive loans anyway. Oh yeah, right, we currently have no construction train. We'll have to wait for this road to get done. I guess if I wanted to. No, I can't. It's too close. Anyway, let's let that get built. Let's check on the university education in Pardonin. We had a few capacity issues with that. 76, 79 and 39 is higher than we had previously, so people do get a university education now. So the hospital does not have an issue with its workforce anymore. That's good to see. You didn't fully load? Because we were trying to pick up gravel at 4 different sites, so we didn't wait. Okay, the distribution office definitely can keep up. I could, in theory, also tell the distribution office to load resources from here. Or drive them directly to these facilities. So they also go to the quarry to drive it into the gravel processing plants. And that might work. So they try to keep the storages filled, but also drive it to the next production chain right away. Maybe that doesn't work that well. One of them just picked up 2.1 tons. And those ones stopped because it was already full. Okay, let's cancel that idea again. Let's not do that. Let's continue using the large storages. That's fine. Well, I hope we finish the road soon. I would like to continue with rail construction. Downside of this area currently is that they cannot leave towards the road leading to the left, but we do have enough room here to make a tunnel going into that area. Up to 17 million rubles in loans. Still can take out 38, so we're not even halfway to our maximum amount. I think our infrastructure projects might be pushing our value up quite a bit. $3,800 workers plus another 90, so 3,900. And then the workers from here, another 1,000. So we're definitely over 50% now. 4,900 plus another 1,000. So 5,900, only 4,000 workers to go for the challenge, I guess. Maybe it is possible with the new parking lot concept to actually, without public transportation, run everything with that method. I wonder if there's a subway, an underground garage parking lot with an entrance and an exit, or just 2 connections. Because if it only has 1 connection, then I think it would run into the same issue again. Unless you only have one of them on one road. I don't know what capacity they would have. Are the road cranes able to go there? They can go there, they just choose not to. They're all assigned. I guess it's still groundworks, that makes sense. They need excavators, not road cranes currently. I really need to speed up that road. I want to continue rail construction. Our backup storage in Padonin might have been built in the meantime, so we can waste a lot more money filling that with resources, so it can at some point burn down, so we can complain. Let's see. We'll use the same setup as our existing storage, just copied. And you now may load it full of resources. I mean, unload resources into it. To 80%, please. Thank you. And then, if anything happens, we have an emergency supply. If one of the warehouses burns down, we can use the other one, and if both of them burn down at the same time, we are going to complain about it. So in any case, we have a fallback plan if something goes wrong. I already built that segment of road, very good. What is your walking distance? You can reach the asphalt plant, but not the concrete plant, unfortunately. But you are the furthest away parking lot, so they can still get there for most of the parking lots in this area. So even our construction offices over here should be well supplied with workers. The cement plant itself, we have to hook up with a footpath. That is currently not connected. I also need to check the road signs, because there's probably a bunch of zone signs that don't make any sense anymore. Speed restrictions in that area have been removed. Just go as fast as you want. I think that was all of them. There's one more. Okay. We will be able to fit a footpath here, but we will also be able to fit one in this area and have them walk onto this road and over here, I guess. I should maybe upgrade the road leading into gravel processing to be... Sorry, not gravel processing. The road leading into the cement plant to also be gravel. But it is a temporary setup, I don't know if that one's going to stay. Building in the way. Really. That neat little tunnel is in the way. That will allow our distribution office carrying cement for this loading area, unloading area, to still bring cement over there. Otherwise it would have to take a very long detour. Almost done laying down the gravel. Almost done with that road as well. We need to resume rail construction. Please build that road, send it some gravel, please. Gravel should be on its way. That's the gravel. And then the same thing for asphalt. Hopefully it'll be done by the end of the month, though I'm not sure. It's a quite long road, so... The parking lots are coming along nicely, though. All of them having access to the oil refinery. It might be worth it starting to get rid of these ones. We'll remove 2 of them and see if traffic starts improving. Because traffic is getting a little bit disgusting. Especially these vehicles that are now trying to drive to these parking lots, and that's not really the intention here. That's not really how this was supposed to go. Okay. I'll make a change. And we'll have the game crash, I guess. Unfortunate. I hope it doesn't happen again, but maybe it's a reproducible crash. Having reproducible crashes is very good because then the developer can actually fix it. I wonder if it had something to do with the tunnel being underneath. Last autosave was 4 minutes ago, so we lost a little bit. Let's see if it doesn't happen anymore. I need something to drink. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. All right. Slow loading. There we go. What did I do? Oh, that's where it crashed. Or that's where it last autosaved. So that road connection, and then I was messing around with this tunnel section, so I'll drop a save here. Don't remember if I did anything else, I don't think so. So we'll see if when I remove that one, and then oh, there's a sign. Oh, I guess I also removed all of the signs. No, I didn't remove that one. Maybe it didn't know about that traffic sign anymore, and that's what crashed the game anyway. Now it works. Not reproducible, but I also didn't do it in the same way that I did before, so Now the only way to get out of this area is this exit, I guess. I don't care though. We are going to redo the tunnel, I think. And the tunnel is going to enter with a loop on this side. Should probably start from here again. I didn't really need to remove that section, but I did. Okay, so if I put a small dirt road here, it might allow me to draw the second part of the tunnel in one go. Maybe if I start from this side. There we go. So temporarily we will set up a dirt road here, so they don't block the people trying to leave the power plant area from leaving. Maybe that tunnel is a bit too short, the entrance. Ah, no, it should be fine. There's only vehicles moving into this area. And yes, there could be a traffic jam trying to merge both sides, but I think it's going to be okay. The tunnel is relatively long, so it shouldn't back up anything on the main road once it gets built, hopefully. Oh, I see some US currency in my account. I haven't stolen that yet. Or used it to repay the loan, I guess. Oh no, they're using that road to leave this area. I see. Oh yes, that's a thing that we haven't set this up completely yet, and this dirt road was only meant for construction access, which I can't change anymore. There's going to be tons of vehicles trying to use that road now. I will try and remove it. Let's maybe split it up here and then get rid of that section, and now no one can use it. Okay, let's remove that traffic issue. We have 2 trucks with 4 firefighters. We had a helicopter that is not arriving anymore. Those firefighters are not sufficient to deal with that fire. Well, the helicopter is trying to help. I'm not sure why the helicopter doesn't show up here. I'm also not sure why they're not calling more helicopters. The fire is clearly getting out of control. Like, maybe you want to help? Oh, now you decide to help. Now when it's going to burn down. Thank you very much. Oh no, another building got set on fire. Sure. Alright. So our dry bulk storage is going to burn down. Unless the amount of workers is going to suddenly increase and... But it doesn't look like it. Oh, the second helicopter is now helping. More helicopters. Oh, finally. Yeah, the firefighting AI is not as useful as I would hope. Like, it doesn't realize how many firefighters have been called per vehicle. I guess it is kind of the player's fault for undersupplying the amount of firefighters in the building. One could argue. I guess that's another thing. I do need parking lots here to have the firefighters still be able to get workers. So we'll have to have some parking lots in that area still. And prevent people from getting to the oil refinery, I guess. Might have to redesign this parking lot area as well. I guess once we have the subway station, it will resolve itself. You're not gonna get out there, ever. Ever. It's just too much traffic. Well, we can see now what the tunnel did, so we need the tunnel back soon. And we also definitely need to set up the exit route to where we can reroute the traffic away from this area. Turn this into a one-way road, only allow parking. And yeah, for exit we also need another tunnel. I don't know if that will fit here. Well, that's the tunnel, I guess. All right. Now we gotta be really careful accidentally deleting too much stuff. There's electricity in the way. This doesn't look right. Too short? How is this too short? Not quite sure how we are going to do this, since it doesn't seem to like having two tunnels next to each other. Maybe this way is going to be better. And the too short message is kind of weird. Oh yeah, I guess we also have the subway in that area, so... Why are there so many fires right now? This is an exit road. It doesn't matter if it is slightly longer. I guess we can use a regular road here to maybe have the tunnel instead go this way. And move that section way further away from this area. Have it merge back, I don't know, here. The tunnel can be very far, it's fine. Okay, it only has trouble placing itself underneath the roads, so if we go maybe a little bit further out. And avoid the pumps, I guess. What's the elevation here? How far did I go down? I don't know. Probably 3 clicks. That's usually what it is. Well, yes, the tunnel is supposed to be above terrain at some point because I'm trying to move it out of this area. Okay, let's maybe move a little bit deeper than the current tunnel. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. That's going to be the road connection out of here. If they want to travel in that direction, that is. And that will get all of the parking lots here, here, and here. Should get all of them. Doesn't look as neat. We're out of food. Why are we out of food? Come on, trucks. Why are we out of food? Why are you so slow? Also, why there only one truck moving right now? You know, there should be a lot more food in here. Let's see. Loading food. Anything is allowed. Keep those at 80%. We need more food, hurry up. People are getting irrational. Talking about starving and all of that. I thought the setup was quite neat and speedy and close enough. But apparently it is incorrect. And apparently a route from here to the shopping center is just too far to get sufficient food supplies going. Missing resource food. Maybe some money will help. We should be importing some food. I agree. I should probably put up a domestic warehouse in the area. Like a warehouse that is inside the nation and stores a bunch of food. Or just a food factory. Okay, yeah, traffic is a concern. We have set up some tunnels to try and alleviate that. They are still being worked on. This road has completed, so we should be able to resume rail construction now. As soon as this footpath gets built. Since the exit road is done, we can remove this dirt road. So stop using that. And this is now a one-way road. leave this as a two-way road for now, I guess. Not sure why they're not using that one. Oh, because the roads aren't connected yet. I know why they are not using that one. Why is there... Okay, never mind. I was wondering why there was a vehicle moving over there, but maybe it was a construction vehicle trying to get to a construction site that didn't exist anymore. We also need workers inside the plastics factory, so yes, we do need people to be able to get here. Minor infrastructure apocalypse. Nothing to worry about yet, maybe. As soon as this tunnel finishes, the traffic issues over here are gonna get resolved. And I don't know if this tunnel is necessary, but we'll build it anyway. Out of food again. Food has been imported. Hurry up. I'm not going to open the emergency storage yet. Even though that's probably the right point where this should be done, but no. We will receive a lot of shoppers again as soon as we drop food in here. So a lot of people want to buy food all of a sudden. Which makes sense. Thankfully we have enough now. Okay, I can see how a high population town would create a lot of potential for issues. You are stuck. I guess we can rebuild that road since they can't use this to exit anymore, but you can use it to get out of here. I want to see if that helps with anything. I also want to get rid of that dirt road. So we are going to do something naughty. And making sure that we can remove this without any vehicle driving over it. It is creating a slight amount of confusion on the road, but it's fine. So now the way to turn around onto the other road is, I guess, to drive over this bridge and around here for now. Also means that we might have long travel distances. It's still doable, it's fine. Actually much shorter than I thought it would be. Okay, rail construction should resume very soon. We have the footpath. And we have access to a bunch of the parking lots that can now send workers to the rail construction office again. So any person parking in those will be able to work in either the oil refinery, the rail construction office, or soon again the cement plant slash plastics factory. Plastics factory is important because if it stops running for an extended amount of time, our electronics production is going to stop at some point. With no plastics and no demand for electronics, a constant demand for electronics slowly depleting it will mean that at some point we're going to run out. Let's see, your supply of electronics to the warehouse should be also 80%, so we can build up as much as possible. If I build more residential zoning, I would probably need a new way to secure food deliveries. It might be a lone food factory with a bunch of residential buildings around it. I also wonder if I should extend this over here and build more residential zoning over there. I guess that might be a thing, like extending our town with a metro station. Why not? And yes, we now have the traffic issues over here. Rail construction has resumed. Good. It's been paused for a while. One more footpath, then we hopefully have access to send workers to these two facilities again, as I said. None of them are immediately important, but if I forget about them, then at some point it's going to become an issue. Plastics factory has access for all of the parking lots, and the cement factory only needs 2 workers every now and then. It has enough access as well. Well, I hope the tunnels get here soon, because the traffic jams are not that far. Back to Padonin, where we have way fewer issues, but I haven't bought nearly enough cars yet to make it a problem in this area. Maybe I should stop telling the people to loop around here like crazy. If I had a train station next to the oil refinery, I could probably drive some people into this area. And getting a train station here seems to be very uncomplicated. This seems like a prime spot for a platform to unload a bunch of workers. Okay, maybe not that easy. It's complaining about the road. That also allows us to carry people here from our existing Rovoduma town by train, so we could also carry them here without the metro system. But where's the fun in that? I think the workers in Pardonin can work here, and that's going to be fine. We can just walk along the road, I guess. Yes, traffic jams. Okay, you know what? Traffic light. Everyone gets a chance. Man, trains are so easy to set up. And we can rebuild this, even though it didn't like us building the rail track over there. That's fine, game. That's fine. Yeah. Guess we'll be sending workers via train first. And then via metro. And once we have the metro in place, we can send workers from Pardonin here via train still. Looks like it's getting too far away, and I now have to manually assign the construction jobs for the metro system. It might make sense to actually start building up a rail construction office with all the storages first before starting a huge metro construction task. Few workers inside the rail construction office, but a continuous amount, so they shouldn't be driving back home for lack of workers. Let's put the traffic signs back, but tell the lane number 3 that it doesn't have priority. So if any vehicles come in from here, they need to make way. Tunnel boring machine. making a little bit of plastic. Need more people here. I currently can't get there as efficiently as they should, so they're not even trying. Well, I guess they are trying, but this loop is not an efficient way to route traffic into that area. So we'll need to wait for the tunnels to get completed. Or the train line, that also works. Move in vehicles by move in people by train, get them off the road. I don't need these tracks. I don't need them because I have this over here and it can switch for both lanes. A bit inconvenient. If I have a lot of traffic, then I can turn these into a waiting lane by having the switch over here closer to the station, and then have a few trains parked waiting to load/unload passengers. But right now I'll reuse the existing one. Okay. We have road connections on these parking lots now, so what we need to do is wait for all of the roads to get completed, and then we can turn this into an exit-only road. Which I guess we can't do because we still need to wait for the tunnel to finish. For that we need the roads to finish, and yeah, it's taking a bit. This is the more important tunnel though. That one is the important one. Do you have enough materials, or are you going to drive back for a few work days? Oh, you made it. Cool. Then we can assign you to that tunnel. Soon the electricity icons will disappear as soon as we reach this underground electric railroad connection. All the road connections are done. That should be the last parking lots for now. Oh, I guess it loaded the game before I deleted those. Yeah, we should get rid of all of them. No, not all of them. Fire station and all that. Might have to build a few ones in here. No, I don't. This will probably be handled by the train. I don't know yet. Oh, it can already be handled by the train. Okay. Then that's fine. We're out of money. More loan. Interest rate is now slowly starting to increase, but that might be because we didn't take out a new loan in a while and had a lot of overdue money repayment costs. Now it's back to 8.3, so we are still fine. Okay, temporarily you will hook up here, but we will also already tell this to be one-way roads to enter this area. I wish I could hook up the tunnel boring machine to a road tunnel and let it do the digging. This is going to take a while, a long time. But it is the longest tunnel, so once that one is completed, that one is only half as much effort. It's a shame that it doesn't want more than one train on this network. Oh well, can't change that. Can't put signals underground, so we can't change it. Why do you close that window when a new message appears? I already forgot what I wanted to suggest to the developers earlier. Oh, I need to write that down when I think about it. Next stream, if I think about it again when it happens, then I'll write it down right away. All emergency storage in Pardonin should be filled. Plenty of resources available except clothing. Why is there a distinct lack of clothing here? Oh, it's on its way. Okay. Never mind then. If we get the rail connection up here, then our money issues are also going to go away, I think. We might have to buy maybe 2 more passenger trains to continually feed everything into this area. Some from Pardonin, some from Rovoduma. But this is going to work, I believe. A high volume of workers should be able to enter this area once it goes online. We probably only need 1 more construction task on each of these rails after that one completes. And we'll be connected. And for picking up workers from Rovoduma, we can use the railway end station. From Pardonin, I guess we have a fuel station inside Pardonin, so it's fine. Don't need to set up anything specific there, I hope. Unless they stop on the middle of the train track again, complaining about no fuel. Which is a concern, but they'll tell me if they do, I guess. The existing rail connection between Pardonin and Rovodima will remain because that's the connection that brings university students to the university. It might not pick up any workers up anymore in Rovodima. That might be obsolete. Okay, 1 more construction task each, I believe. And then we have our railroad connection here. Yeah, they can reach everything pretty much. Everything except the railroad construction office. But if I were being cheeky, I could tell everyone from the train platform to move to the metro station, and then they can reach it. Or I can just try and make a footpath here. But the problem right now is that this is not an asphalt road, so they don't walk as far. That's fine. We'll see if it is maybe something that we want. Right now we have a decent number of people working in the rail construction office, so it's fine. Of course it could go much quicker, but the most important thing is that we don't run into the situation where the rail construction vehicle drives back for lack of workers. Almost there. Once we have 1 connection, we can get a passenger train set up. I'll already prepare it. We'll get our fast one again, the DRG. I'll buy 1 to start out with. Oh man, the carrying capacity in these is like really low. Maybe I shouldn't have bought that one. Let's see. Capacity 325. We need diesel 330. I don't know why capacity says this one has 330. So clearly it's going up 325, 330, but then we have 605 all of a sudden. Something doesn't work with the sorting. I could also make my own train, I guess. or use motor wagons. Where did it go? Where did my vehicle go? Here it is. So, we'll have one passenger train running from this train stop, loading any educated worker and bringing it to this train stop, and then going for a refuel at the end station. That's only a few workers, only 115, so definitely not the same capacity as, let's say, a metro. But I do have the ability to chain them together. Maybe this is the point that I can maybe try and test if the issue happens again, where if I combine multiple train sets, the fuel consumption goes up a lot. So we are going to test that. We'll see how much fuel it uses before it does one run, and before it gets back to the train end station. And then we'll measure it with attaching both of them together. I'll buy a second one right away. So we have both of them running at the same time. I'm spending money to test things, I guess. Once we have these trains on the road, on the rail network, then we can also send out the other train exporting fuel and bitumen again. So the issue I had was when I combined some of these together. It doubled the fuel capacity compared to a normal one, a single one. But the fuel consumption was like times two again for some reason. I'm not sure if that is still the case. So here we have a single vehicle, and we're also going to send out a double vehicle after we copy the schedule over, I guess. You can see the fuel consumption. This thing is not long for the world. Something is not right here. Maybe it used more fuel for acceleration, but I think it's still higher. We have to keep monitoring them for when they reach the end station, and it should have double fuel capacity, so about 12,000. But we'll keep monitoring that. First up is going to be... Okay, that one already ran out of fuel. That one ran out of fuel on its way here, so... yeah, that thing is weird. I hope it's heading to the end station. Are you kidding me? So, it doesn't work. I don't think I can tell it to... I guess I can use a waypoint. Someone said I could use waypoints. So I waypoint it to... I might not be able to waypoint it with no fuel. I don't think I can send it home now. Without taking out all of the... Yeah, it's stuck now, so it's basically wasted money. Oh no, we can save it. We can save that one. That is doable. I might even be able to find fuel from here. Should be able to find fuel. I guess the fuel is empty. So the trains aren't doing their thing anymore. We are going to run into an issue if that persists, so I guess we will continue distributing fuel here via trucks right now. So I guess we can resume the testing. We'll see how much fuel this actually consumes. And I will definitely make a bug report about that. On the right, we have the train. That is only one car. And on the left we have the train with both cars. So let's wait. The other train should be reaching the end station. It is in the end station now, okay, so... That's the fuel consumption. We have to see what it is like when it gets back to the end station. The other one is currently refueling at the fuel station. And you can see that that one is draining much faster than that one. I think they doubled the fuel capacity, but also doubled the fuel consumption percentage-wise. So even though you have more fuel capacity, it still drains more fuel. It should drain the same amount of fuel. Like, percentage-wise, it should drain twice as much fuel, but not based on the tank, just based on the previous fuel consumption. You can see how fast that is. That one is going to the train platform. It has arrived. We're at 1,000 liters of fuel, close to used up, whereas that one already used like 3,000. I don't know if the issue also happens with like other trains, but that was a different train going to the end station, I guess. No, that was that one. So we were like at 4,500-ish liters. I didn't look very closely, but about here. This one is still heading to the train platform, and we used already 4,000 plus liters. And if you add another train, it goes even quicker, and if you add one more, it goes quicker and quicker and quicker, and it gets ridiculous. So we now used about as much fuel as we have for one train capacity-wise. Like, we used more than 50% of our fuel, even though we have twice the amount of fuel in those train sets. And it doesn't feel like that should be how it works. That feels incorrect. I will make a save and probably report that. Don't do that. And then I'll save over my regular save again so that I don't accidentally overwrite the save, which is what I did with the gravel conveyor thing, so I couldn't report that bug. Okay, but yeah, I have to basically get that train to the depot and split it up. Otherwise it's going to be unusable for us. It's going to chew way too much fuel. The oil refinery, on the other hand, is working very well now. And we might have to send out the other train for exporting materials again. I will split up this train and then I will take a break. Do that report so I don't forget. And if anyone watches this and knows what I was talking about earlier, where I said I wanted to suggest something with a feature report that I forgot, let me know somehow so I can maybe make that report. I will probably stumble over it again in the future episode and then I will remember to write it down immediately. But right now I forgot. Right, go to the train depot if you can get there. You can't. Then go back to your regular scheduled route and we'll make it so you can. Where would we do that? Here. After this one. Too late! Damn it. Oh well. We can tell you to do it now. So let's go to the depot. Split you up. Send you back out. And then I'll call it for now. It's using so much fuel. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I don't know if this happens also with regular trains. That's something that might need to be checked. Right, split up the train, get it back out on the network. And we also send out our export train. Because we are going to make a bit more money than previously. Again. With the oil refinery running at better productivity, reducing the unemployment in this area. All good things. Let's see, that's you. And then if we make a little bit of money, we can also buy a train, or 2 or 3, and drive workers to the oil refinery from Padonin. That strikes me as reasonable. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to take a break for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. have a good middle to your weekend, Take care, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.